Good morning, everyone. My name is Candace English, and welcome to Chats with the Farmer's Daughter Fibers. I'm really excited to be here today. I'm gonna adjust my chair a little bit. I'm gonna go all the way down. Damn it. Let's see here. These are the type of things you're supposed to do before you start recording. There's a cute little gal and her little boy walking by. And I'm just sitting here talking to myself. Oh, here she comes. No. Sorry, we're closed. We open at 10. Should I just start over? No, we're gonna keep going. Gotta get this done today. I hope you guys are all well. I am in the muck of it. I keep saying this every single episode, I feel like, but this is like the real, getting ready for Wool and Folk. Lots of releases, lots of holiday stuff, lots of events. Just kind of crazy time. I'm working a lot. But it's all good. I got to go to Pittsburgh a couple weeks ago. I surprised Xander with a trip to Pittsburgh, and that was really fun. I had no idea that Pittsburgh is so freaking cool. I was just kind of like, had heard about it and heard it was cool, but being there, just such a cool vibe of a city. Like, was so pleasantly surprised. Everyone was so nice, so friendly. It seemed very like just chill and integrated, and the history of Pittsburgh, y'all are super smart in Pittsburgh. So many inventions in Pittsburgh. I had no idea. Mr. Rogers is from Pittsburgh. We went to the Andy Warhol Museum. That was so fun, so cool. Yeah, it was such a good time. We walked everywhere, and it was a really quick trip. So yeah, it was fun. The Andy Warhol Museum was probably the highlight of the trip for me. Besides just being able to travel with my family, I love traveling just with Xander and the kids. A lot of times we have other friends or family or, other people coming with us when we go on trips, and it's just so nice when the four of us can get away together. We have a good time, and it's a good, and if you have kids and you travel with them, especially as they get older, it's a good, experiment of seeing how you really work together and your guys' vibes. It's almost like you get out of your comfort zone and you have to really look at your personal relationships and how they work and how they affect other people. And I don't know, I love it. I love that kind of challenge and seeing the kids be like, okay, I'm being an asshole right now, and I'm ruining the vibe for everyone else. I need to check myself, and not just the kids, but everybody, we all have those moments. So anyways, it was just, I love getting away with the four of us. And we went to the Andy Warhol Museum, and I told the kids that, and Xander, let's all take pictures of our favorite things from every floor. I think there was 6 floors. And then when we had lunch, oh God, they're gonna come in with their leaf blower. Maybe it's just the guys on the corner. Hopefully it's not too loud. Anyways, and then at lunch we showed each other what our favorite things were, which were really funny. I'll show you guys actually. My favorite thing from the 80s floor, and it's now my background of my iPad that's sitting here. Oh, Sylvester Stallone. Never knew he was so handsome until I saw him through Andy Warhol's eyes. I don't know if Xander appreciates it, but I think it's funny. He's gonna stay on the iPad for a little while. Until I have to actually start going to business meetings. Not really business meetings, but I do things out in the community, and people are gonna be like, well, whatever. They already know I'm weird. I don't really care. I'm different. Oh no, now an ambulance is going by. I was thinking about recording from home today. I hope everyone's okay. Oh, there they go. Yeah, I was thinking I wanted to record from home today, but I had stuff to do here, and then I have a meeting here, so it just didn't really work out because it's nice and quiet at home. Maybe next week though, I'm gonna do a episode next Tuesday, really quickly after this one, because I have more things to share. So I'm not really sure. I'm going to share my dress, but I can't decide if I want to. No, that's just not me. But maybe I could have taken these necklaces off. Okay, anyways. What else have I been up to? We had our anniversary party last weekend. That was super fun. We had cupcakes from this lady in town, Cupcakes by Car, and her cupcakes are so good and they were really beautiful. I posted some pictures on Instagram. And we had a sale table. We had our anniversary yarn. I should have grabbed it, dang it. Maybe if Sarah comes in and I can holler at her, I'll have her come bring it. It's all the way in the back, so I don't want to run to the back. And we had a sale table. It was really nice. It was very busy. It was a very successful day, but it was never like crazy busy where it was, you know, feeling overwhelming. But I was so tired afterwards. We went out to dinner and then I laid on the couch and watched movies and fell asleep at like 7 o'clock. It was lovely. So yeah, it was really good. The only crazy part of the day is my niece was here and she grabbed a bottle of nail polish off the shelf and then came behind the counter. And the only time I had like an actual line of like, you know, 6 people, a longer line. And all of a sudden, well, I was talking to a customer and then I heard something like fall, but I didn't really think anything of it because it's my niece and she, you know, was running into stuff or whatever. And then I smelled it. I smelled the nail polish. It's like, Zelda, no! So that was the only really crazy part of the day, but it was really fun still. So, and yeah, that's about it with me. I haven't been doing anything because I've just been freaking working all the time. And then football still going on. Next week, what do I have coming up? Just getting ready to go to New York, so I'm really excited. I'm going to share more about Woolen Folk and what we're bringing more specifically next week when I do my podcast and when I do a new episode. If you are going to Rhinebeck, get tickets to go to Woolen Folk if you haven't. It's going to be really fun. There's a lot of vendors there. Rachel from Ritual Dyes and I are sharing a booth, and then we are it's gonna be a good time. There's music, there's food, I heard there's cocktails. Any time where I can be at my booth having a little bit of booze is amazing. I'm so excited. So yeah, I'm keeping it super low key this year. So you know, at the actual show, the prep and everything isn't too stressful, although it still feels stressful, so I don't really know. Yeah. Okay, anyways, let's move on. What I'm wearing. I'm not wearing any knitwear, and I'm so mad because I was gonna bring my Earthen cardigan. If you don't know what the Earthen cardigan is, it was in a Pom Pom magazine. It's by Amy Christophers. I'm just gonna write in my notes to put a link for the Earthen. Link. Oop. Earthen. Because I still want to share it with you guys, but it was gonna look so cute with my outfit. This is, where did I put it? This is the Alder dress. It's by Greenlight Studios, and Alder dress is a loosely fitted sleeveless dress shirt with 2 options. A falls into an A line at the waist and features a curved hem, bust darts, and 2 breast pockets. B is the same bodice, but a gathered skirt at the sides. And the back of the garment resulting in incredible flattering and fun silhouette. So here you can see the 2 differences. This one right here is just the, come on. This one right here is the, like, you know, just kind of straight A-line. and then this one gathers. And Denise did this for us, and it is out of one of our Merchant and Mills fabrics. You can find it online. I was gonna grab some fabrics to show you guys, but they're all hanging on the wall. There we go. They're all hanging on the wall. And so it's just hard to get them down and put them up and all that stuff. But let me just see if I can stand up. I'm also wearing my jeans still underneath this because this was on a mannequin this morning and I didn't feel like taking off my jeans and my boots. So you can see the, this isn't, I know you guys, this isn't the best, like, but you can see it does this. Again, I have my jeans on, so kind of puffs up a little bit more, but it's pretty short. Not really short, but it goes like above my knees, which I like that. I like the short dresses. I hate dresses that go below my knees. I even like them shorter than this is a floozy like that. So I really love the way it fits though. And the fabric, it feels so good. I also have, I'm wearing a lawn sleeve shirt today. It has like a little, you know, tiny turtleneck, like mock turtleneck, I guess maybe. And I put this over it and it looked really, really cute. So you could wear this definitely in the winter time. It would be warm enough. I love this pattern and this color. Let me see which one it is. I forgot to write that down because I was going to just grab the fabric and then I realized it was literally on top of the wall, the top, like farthest one. I was like, I just can't do it. Fabric, Merchant and Mills linen. Okay, nobody needs to hear me doing that. Is it this one? Yes. Lower Glen. So yeah, I really love this. And again, I had the outfit all would have been so cute with the earthen cardigan because the earthen cardigan is in Nappy, but I'll wear it again for another episode. It's one of I wear that earthen cardigan all the time. Wendy knit that as a sample and it has not been a sample for a long time because it is a staple. It's a little bit like, I like my cardigans a little bit tight fitting and open. It doesn't even have buttons on it, which leads us into our next thing, what I'm knitting. So I'm still working on my stone crop. Again, you guys, I am not knitting. Like I am working and I'm making dinner for my family and I'm sleeping. I sleep, I don't stay up. That's the thing, is that I'm in bed by 10 o'clock and I'm up at like 5 o'clock on the computer. I am working out, so that's good. I am making time for that. I feel good, you know, I'm not like overwhelmed or anything like that, but I hate when I don't have time to knit. I just don't. I knit on my trip in Pittsburgh, on the airplane, so I got a little bit of my sleeves done. So this is what it's looking like, and it is out of Reminisce Sport in I just realized I didn't, let me see. I realized I didn't put on my do not disturb. If anybody messes up this episode, they're gonna be in big trouble. Yeah, so this is what it's looking like. And I love it. I'm so excited to wear it. It does fit, like, it fits really good. I could have even made it, honestly, I think a little bit smaller just because I just like it open and not buttoned. I'm not 100% sure if I want to put, I mean, I'm obviously gonna do a button band, but I'm not 100% sure if I wanna do the buttonholes and actually put physical buttons on it. I probably should just in case. So my sleeves are going good. The way that I'm doing my sleeves is I'm doing them because I want kind of the same color on both sides. Just to make that a little bit easier, I'm doing like you know, maybe 1, 2, 3, like 4 sections of the pattern on one sleeve and then going over and doing it on this sleeve. I have 2 balls of yarn that I'm working, you know, both sides, and then I'm kind of picking and choosing. You know, I have 3 different balls of yarn. I'm gonna have to get a little bit more. I just happened to like these 2 right here matched. And so I swear to God, why does this tracker thing suck so bad? We don't care about my face. Like literally. Auto tracking lock. I don't want to lock it. Make it stop. Jesus. Yeah, so I just happen to have these 2 were the same. And but after now, I'm gonna have to get a little bit more creative and I think break my balls apart a little bit more. And then, you know, I could just let it go and do whatever, but no. I like to be in control a little bit more than that. So yeah, I'm gonna pick and choose and then take little balls and then do one section and then another section. Basically, I want them to be the same on both of the sleeves. And then I already put my steek line in, or my my crochet reinforcement, and I'm gonna talk about that in a little bit. I thought I would talk about just steeking in general and what I've learned so far. So we'll come back to my, this is a stone crop, Recollect Sport, and this is Many Moons, and then the spin cycle color is Absolute Zero. It's definitely some darker, more moodier skeins of Absolute Zero. We just got some Absolute Zero in that's really bright and fun and beautiful. I'm bringing that to Woolen Folk. So I maybe saved some for the shop. I can't remember. So anyways, that's what I'm knitting. I'm also working on the cowl for the Celestial Countdown. And I can't show that, unfortunately, until it's done. And then after the first of the year, I'll release that pattern to the public and do kits and stuff for that. It's gonna be really fun. I'm excited the way it's going. And the mini skeins are so good. So very excited. That's actually what I did on Sunday. I did knit on Sunday. But when I'm designing something, I can't just like pick it up and put it down. I have to have like 8-hour blocks where I can bust things out. So that's what I really need. Again, next Sunday, that's what I'll be doing. So, yeah. And what else do we have here? I need my notes. Speaking of Reminisce, well, actually, I'm going to show you guys the Moonshiner shawl first. This came out last week. It is by Caitlin Hunter. I just got to say, I really love working with Caitlin. We have such a good working relationship. It's so easy. We've worked together so many times that it is not difficult, you know. It's just it just works. It's so seamless. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that because I did forget to. What the heck is going on out here, bro? They dropped their water or coffee or something. More riffraff. The kits, there's kits online. We put them up for 5 skeins of the main color and 2 skeins, I believe, of the contrasting color. When we had ours made, she used actually less than 5 skeins, and some of Caitlin's testers, though, used more than 5 skeins, like 5.5 skeins. I didn't know this until a couple days after the pattern released and the kits released. So we emailed those first initial people, letting them know, and then you can have the option. The kits are up now. They're for 5 skeins. I just didn't, it's a shawl, and I would hate for you to have like an extra an entire extra skein just laying around. I think that a lot of people will get by with just the 5, will be more than fine. So if you want another one, though, if you order a kit, just shoot it, place your order, respond to that, you know, basically your, what's it called? Order confirmation, and we can add another skein on so they all match. But that was just, you know, things usually go so seamless with us. That was really my fault for not checking and being like, hey, is the pattern still the same as the draft? Isn't it beautiful though? I love it. So this, I actually love the size of it a little bit smaller with the under 5 skeins. I'm not sure why that's, you know, how much she used. Maybe she's just a tighter knitter or something. So yeah, let's just put this little bad girl on. And it is, so this is the main color right here. And it is, oh, I'll come up in a little bit. Yeah. I'll come up in a little bit. Sorry, so many interruptions this morning. Yeah, so this is the main color of this one is J. Rankin, and the contrasting is Moonshine Lake. And it is mostly, you can kind of see, there's not a lot of break in the pattern. So you're always gonna be doing something new. There's these fun little, like, come on, there we go. These fun little textured bits there, kind of lace, doing some yarn overs and yarn knit 2 togethers or decreases, I guess, and then the bobbles. And then you have more of those, I swear to God. And then you have more of that kind of textured bit, and then a little bit of color work here. And then you can see that just kind of repeats. And then at the bottom here, these are actually slip stitches here. So this is not all color work. The only color work is those 3 sections right there. And yeah, those are just slip stitches. Yeah. What else about this beautiful shawl? We put kits online, like I said, and they're a combo of Recollect and Reminisce sport weight. So yeah, really fun. I love this shawl. I think it's really beautiful. If you're a shawl knitter, it would be a great one. And I like to wear it like, this is how I wear my shawls, like this, because then I like to put them underneath coats, even like this. I'm just gonna wear this for a little bit because it actually is really cozy. It's supposed to start cooling off today. Yesterday was like, it's been in the 90s. And then today's supposed to start cooling off, and then tomorrow's supposed to be really cold. Oh, this guy, oh, sorry, we're closed. Oh my God, you guys, this is crazy how many people are walking by being crazy today. I should say crazy, that's not kind or the right thing to say. They're just lost. Okay, moving on. I feel very distracted now after all of that. If you guys could only see my side. Okay, I'm just gonna pause really quick because I have to tell a funny story, and this will help me clear my mind a little bit. But last night, this morning, like 4 o'clock in the morning, our dog Kima is like barking. And you can usually tell her barks of like when she sees somebody or something versus when she's like barking at like a rabbit or, you know, an animal or whatever. And so she was barking, would not stop. I'm like, what the hell? So Xander gets up, and then I get on my phone to look at the front door camera, and nothing's there. But then all of a sudden I see this thing, and it's just this white, like effervescent thing go on the sidewalk and then just disappear out of nowhere. And my stomach just dropped. I was like, oh my God, I just saw a freaking ghost on the camera. Like, I need to like record this or something because this is so messed up. And then Xander comes back in the room and I was like, dude, you'll never believe what just happened. I was like, I literally just saw a ghost walk by. And so I'm like explaining it to him. And then he's looking on the camera and he's watching it. And there it is again. This ghost just walking by. And he's like, Candace, that's the sprinklers. And it was just the sprinklers. And me and Kima both thought there was really something out there, though. That's what she was barking at too, the freaking sprinklers. I wish I would have screen recorded it because you could get away with that, of it like legit looking like a ghost. Maybe it was a ghost disguising as a sprinkler. Just joking. I'm getting so excited for Halloween though. I'm getting so distracted here, but I am getting really excited for Halloween. I've ordered several costumes. I'm going to be doing a couple outfit changes throughout the day. It's gonna be fun. I really wanna be, okay, I have this was like one of my worst pandemic buys. I don't know if I told you guys this on a previous episode, but I have this corduroy jumpsuit where I thought I was gonna wear, not only that, a peach colored corduroy jumpsuit, like the color of my nails, exactly the color of my nails. I think I thought that I was gonna be going to like Coachella or like to Texas to some like big festival or something like that. I'm not really sure. It's cute, but it's also too big now, which makes it not cute at all. It has to be like fitted. And so it was expensive. It was not cheap at all. Yeah, worst pandemic buy for sure. But I was thinking, I'm like, what could I be? What Halloween costume could I turn this into? And I was like, I could be a peach and get a fake butt, like one of those big like underwear butts, and get a big fake butt, and then put like a little, then knit myself like a little green beret, and then make Xander wear some like suspenders and have a little tag that says James, and then I could be the giant peach. I don't know if we're gonna do that this year, but maybe next year. Or maybe if I don't even go out for Halloween. I don't know what I'm thinking, but I think we will get trick-or-treaters this year, so I'm gonna wear some freaky outfit to scare the kids. So excited. Okay, anyways, let's get back on track. So Moonshiner, Shawl, and then Caitlin is actually coming to Montana in December. We don't have very many slots left. Like, I think she's been doing a lot of embroidery, like flower embroidery on her designs. She did a sweater maybe the beginning of beginning of September with some embroidery. So she's going to teach an embroidery on knitting class. And then she's going to teach a yoke class, basically kind of designing your own yoke, how to make it fit correctly. Maybe it's just designing your own yoke. That's a 6-hour class. That's a long class. That is sold out. I did ask her if I could add more. I don't know if she's gonna want to do that or not. So, and then on Sunday, it is like how to fit your sweaters correctly class, and we're doing a brunch, we're doing a party. Yeah, but it's getting really close to selling out. So if you're wanting to come to that, sign up now. And then, yeah, so that's gonna be exciting. That's the second weekend of December. I feel like I already said that on my last podcast, but I don't know, things are running together. I usually try to make pretty good notes so I don't repeat myself, but I just feel like maybe I did it on a live. That's why. You know, when you're talking into the abyss, sometimes things get a little confusing. Okay, so next is Reminisce Worsted, and it is so lovely. I'm looking at this big pile of yarn. I am gonna take this off. I think Sarah's here, but I don't want to yell at her from the back. If I see her, I'm gonna have her bring that anniversary yarn up. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Gotta get freaking nail polish remover to get all the nail polish off my tile back here. Okay, so Reminisce Worsted, so lovely. Same as Recollect Worsted. You know, the difference between Reminisce and Recollect it's dyed on a gray base, and Reminisce is dyed on a white base. On the sport weight, you can tell a little bit of a difference, where the Recollect is a little bit plumper because of that gray. I haven't noticed much of a difference, but I actually haven't knit anything up in the Reminisce. So maybe the Recollect worsted is a little plumper too, now that I'm feeling it. So there is that difference. I'm gonna say that this honestly definitely the Recollect worsted can be subbed as an Aran weight. So I'll just show you guys the colors. How about that? This is natural, so this is what it's dyed on right here. Let's really try hard to get this. And these are the neutrals. I'll just show you all three of them. So this is the natural. This is Many Moons, which is just a really plain vanilla neutral. And then Nappy, which is a little bit more yellow of a neutral. Okay, and then these are two new colors. It was interesting the way that, you know, the dye takes on different bases, but this is, sorry, I'm getting distracted. I'm thinking about everyone who just walked by to try to get in the door. We dyed Chinook Winds, Winter Wolf, Legend, and Paul Newman, and none of them worked out. They were so streaky. They just were trying to reformulate to do some of our grays, but right now it's not working. But in the mist, we did these two, and I ended up loving them. I wanted to keep them. So this is Priscilla, and it is, you know, I think that in the camera it does look pretty gray, which it is, but it definitely has a lavender tone to it. So it's like a nice lavender gray. And then this is I'll Be Your Huckleberry, and it is just a really nice earthy, muted like huckleberry color. If you don't know what a huckleberry is, it's kind of like a blueberry, but 100 times better. And then I also love with these ones, Come and Get Your Love, which is this color here. It's just like a really pretty periwinkle blue, sky blue. I don't know what you'd call that. I like to call it periwinkle blue. That's what I got called when I was little, because my last name was Periwinkle. Kansas Prairiewinkle. Jerks. Okay, and then let's do some of the pinks. This is Dumpling. Man, these are coming out on the camera, I feel like a little bit washed out. This is a little bit more saturated. And Desert Rose. So So pretty. My favorite fugitive. I'm gonna knit myself just a plain hat. I think this is what I'm gonna bring to when I'm traveling to New York. Is I'm gonna wind up a skein of Reminisce Worsted, because I just think that, like, I wear a lot of neutrals and I just think that this would be so fun and funky and pretty. And then some of the oranges, Osier, I call it Hacer, that's not it, Osier. And that's a really nice, pretty, brighter not terracotta, I don't know. Southwestern orange, how about that? Mad Mardigan, our favorite. We love him. And then let's put all these back over here so I can make more room for all of my crap. Not crap. Sorry, I called you crap. Blue, Livy Lou. I love this color. I think it's knit up. It's so pretty. Yeah, just a really lovely blue. And a Tradish blue. And then Gary Cooper and Evergreen. Our two favorite greens. Teton would look really, I wonder if we've tried Teton on Reminisce or Recollect. Probably. I changed my mind about 500 times, so. And then Bear Gulch. Oh, where the heck is, oh wait, I was thinking Lazy Moose was on Reminisce. It's not, it's on Recollect. And Bear Gulch, which this Bear Gulch is a mauve, a brownie mauve. Come on. There we go. Pretty. This would be a cute, this would be a really pretty shawl, actually. Cowl. Yeah. Okay. So the other thing I wanted to show you, I have 3 other things, but I didn't write this down, but I still wanted to show it to you. We just got in a new shipment of Slow Burn on Dyed in the Wool. It was sold out. We also got a bunch in Dream State too. So if you were like, we kind of got down to our dream state where we just had the brownie slow burns, and now we have more. So if you were looking for another color on the dream state, we probably have it now because we have a wider range again. But on Dyed in the Wool, we were sold out, and it's so beautiful. I have 5 skeins here, and they're all so different, all slow burn. Ta-da. Oh yeah, so pretty. Wow, my aesthetic right now is so matching with my ring and my nails. Yeah, I love these. So when you order, you can, there's a picture on the website, and it does a pretty good job of depicting like all of the colors, and you can just say, hey, I want the slow burn that is more blue. I want the slow burn that's more, you know, I don't know, you can just describe it, or the third one from the right, whatever it is. If you're wanting to like pick out your skeins and like, this is specifically what I want, I would do a virtual shopping. Sarah is awesome at the virtual shopping. I've seen some of the combos that she has helped put together in like real life knit up, and incredible. She does a really, really good job, and it's fun. And you can be like, if you're just like, I want to be quick, I have 10 minutes to pick out this yarn, or like 5 minutes, we can do that. Just let us know, like, hey, I just need to quickly pick out my skeins of slow burn, or whatever it is that you want. Or if you're like, hey, I want to sit down, I want to have a cup of tea, I want to make this an experience, show me some things, show me some other things, you can definitely do that too. So I just realized that we have new matches out. So yeah, there is that. I love it. I have only taken 1 skein this time of the slow burn and Dyed in the Wool, but now I'm looking at these. Go on the shelf. Okay, so the other thing that we have in is teas. We have tons of teas this year. I got 3 different brands of teas. This one we've had in, this Aestheta tea. These guys are out of Portland. I love them because they're very focused on like being a very ethical company. And my mom is an herbalist, so I feel like I know plants and teas really well. And all of their combos are like what I would basically choose for what it is that they're, you know, recommending it for. So for the sick day, this one is my favorite. I drink this tea all the time. It's red raspberry leaf, rose hips, lemon verbena, hibiscus, and lemongrass. And it supports vitamin C, immune support, and cold and flu relief. I just feel so good after I drink this. If I'm feeling run down, I drink it all the time. I don't drink it when I'm just sick. But if I'm feeling run down, then I drink this. And then this is an herbal chai, anti-inflammatory, liver health, antiviral, heart health, and antifungal. So yeah, I love this brand. My only thing with this brand is that it can be really hard to order. They're out of stock a lot, and I don't like that. I like to be able to order, you know, I'm talking like 6 months are out of stock of things. So I'm sure if you got it directly from them, but as a wholesaler, it's tough. But it is a woman BIPOC owned business. And yeah, the folk healer and herbalist. Yeah, I think they do a really, really beautiful job. Very authentic, like herbalism in that, you can tell. Also, these teas, the names are super funny. It's a company called Modest Mix Teas. And I'm gonna tell you the names of them. But I'm gonna tell you right now that the tea, same thing, super good. Their blends are spot on what they're like, you know, advertising them as. I have been drinking the Chill the Fuck Out tea, and it is awesome. I couldn't find it. We might be out of stock, so I can order more of that. So here we go. This is Juicy Ass. And you know, their names are funny. You see a lot of like funny names like this in a lot of marketing recently. We carry a lot of stuff like that. But once you start reading it, that's when it's even funnier. Got extra junk in that trunk? Need a little assist? Drink this tea, be nice to yourself. You're hot as fuck just the way you are. What is this? Juicy ass. I'm not really sure what their Juicy ass. Maybe it's like I would say more like a detoxy. I mean, it's not a weight, you can't really have a weight loss tea. That's not real. I mean, sure, if you could drink tea and help flush things, I think is what it is. Yeah, green tea, hibiscus, cinnamon, yeah, for sure. Lemon peel, orange peel, milk thistle, lemongrass, and stevia. I don't love that there's stevia in it, but that's just me personally. Most people don't care about that. They're in Sparks, Nevada. Yeah, so this would definitely be like a nice little flush tea. Zen as fuck. You breathe in strength, breathe out all the bullshit. This amazing tea helps you zen the fuck out. So like I said, I've been drinking Chill the Fuck Out, and it actually really works. I get all hyped up about things and stressed out, and I drink that, and it's like, so nice. Holy Tulsi Trinity. I don't know what that is. Rama, Vana, and Krishana. I'm not familiar with those. Ginger, cinnamon, gotu kola, lemon peel, and peppercorn. Okay, I'm bringing this one home. That sounds so good. Dang, that's a really cool combo. Filthy mofo. You filthy motherfucker. Ready to detox your bad decisions? Repent. Drink this tea. Also, eat a fucking vegetable. Dandelion root leaf, which is great. Nettle, milk thistle, ginger, rosehip, strawberry leaf, chamomile, and licorice root. I'm also bringing this one home too. Those are all awesome things for detoxing. freshen some stuff up. Wake the fuck up. Get your fine ass energized. You're a fucking winner. Drink this badass tea. Kick life in the face. High fucking five. It's black tea, breakfast blend, and black elderberries. And this is caffeinated. So there's, I think, 8, 9 of them. Yeah. I'll look at our inventory and see if I need to reorder because I could not find the chill the fuck out. And I need that. I need it in my life. And then these are really fun too. This is Beautify Soul Magic Tea. And I just liked, for kind of this time of year, the names of these. This is Fortune Teller, Coconut Vanilla Chai Tea. These ones I would say are all like a little bit more flavored on the fruity end, or like the vanilla, you know, I don't know if that's savory, not really, but those aren't really, like I don't drink a lot of caffeinated tea unless it's just like plain green tea. So I haven't actually tried this yet. And then I loved this one because it was sweater weather, pumpkin spice black tea. Yeah, like pumpkin spice, vanilla, those type of things. I just don't drink those. I know most people do though, so. A tea for bonfires, hay rides, and falling leaves. I love that. But I can't give you, like, I haven't had this yet, so I can't give you a personal. This is a lot of tea too. This is 3 ounces. These ones right here are 2 ounces. And then the Estate tea is 1 ounce. So, and these are all loose leaf. So since they're loose leaf, I brought in a ton of different like drinking and straining apparatuses. So this one we have in 3 colors. We sold out of the plum. So it's just a cute little teacup, and then it has your strainer right in here that fits perfectly in here. I thought those were super cute. And then I got 2 of these. I actually want to have like a little tea tasting, so this is kind of why I got these, but then we ended up putting some on the shelf to sell. So this is just a really pretty clear teapot here. And then this one I have at home and I love it. It is 1 liter, and we all drink tea at my house at night. And so the kids, you know, I'm making tea for 4 people, and something like this just isn't enough. So I was doing individual, but now I just do 1, and we just drink a lot of times, you know, as a family, peppermint tea. So I just make a big thing of peppermint tea in this, and then everybody can get a glass. I also have been filling this up during the day and then just putting it on my desk and drinking it. But it does get, like, you have to drink it within, I would say, 45 minutes. Otherwise it gets cold. But I don't really mind drinking cold peppermint tea. And then this is my favorite. It is a thermal tumbler, and it's stainless steel. I wonder if the actual thing doesn't have a steepware. Have a brand, Mountain Tea Tumbler. You can do hot or cold, and same with this too. That's what Sarah was saying, is that she would actually use this to infuse water with like lemons and berries and stuff like that instead of tea. So, and the same can be done with this, but the reason why I love this is because when I go skiing, I can make one of these and then have hot tea to sip on, or when I go to football games or any sort of wintry things I'm doing outside. This, you can put it, let's see here, when I went to a football game a few weeks ago, it was so cold, and I put this in at noon and the game was at 7. I started drinking it at like 8 and it was still like hot. And so it just has this little thing right here that pops in there, and this, and I, for the most part, just drink it straight out of here. But this is another thing that you could take to work with you. If you're, you know, commuting or anything like that, you could take it, you could put it on your desk, and you could actually just pour yourself a cup of tea too if you don't want to drink directly from there, but it stays hot for a long time. I love it. It's my favorite thing currently. So, and then we have some infusers. I forgot to grab them. Some of them are like these kind of stick infusers that slide out. And then we have the ones that clamp open, some really pretty copper ones. And then we have a really cool one that sits like this does, but it collapses. And so it's kind of nice because it's not this big long thing that's in your drawer. It collapses and has a wooden lid to it. And I've been using that one a lot at home too. So that's all of our tea things. The other thing we have in is new jewelry, and this is one of the jewelry. They're all gold, not real gold. Sorry, we're not that fancy around here, but they're all gold color. This is a really cool bolo. I love this kind of fun, just different style of a bolo. Obviously living in the West, that you see a lot of bolos. Bolos are kind of coming back into style. All the hipsters are wearing them. But I liked having just a little bit more of like an elegant one. And there is this circle one, and then there is this, I really like this one too, this kind of triangle one. This one's a little bit thicker, the string on it. This one's a little bit thinner. So, and this one's also longer as well, I think. Yeah, it is. And then to show you the other ones we have just a couple of these. I wear these a lot, and honestly kind of wanted them for myself, but good Christmas presents. We got them for the shop because we like to carry other things for our non-knitters in town, especially during the holidays. We wanted to get these, and they're really reasonably priced. I mean, these are 22 bucks. They're not expensive. Got this little cow one for all of our cowgirls. So annoying. Do I have to like put it in the, I don't know. And then this one is all of our favorites here. It's this cute little mushroom. Yeah. I need to work on my QVC skills here. Oh my god. There's this one. It's just like a little circle. There we go. Maybe I can get it like that. There we go. Okay, that's how they do it. Jesus. Okay, got my QVC skills on par now. And I wear this one every day, and it's this cute little, well, I'll show you guys, but I put a couple different things on the chain. I really like the chains. Sometimes chains can be a little wimpy, and I always break them, but I wear this one. I actually just don't take it off. It's this one right here. It's a cute little like square gold thing, and then it has, come on, and then it has a little moon in it, for fuck's sake. Yeah, super cute. And I have a couple more kind of like that. I don't need to show them all, but they're just like really delicate. Gold necklaces, but this one is also another one of our favorites here. It's a booby necklace. Who doesn't love boobies? This would be good for anybody. I love that. It's so funny. Okay, so those are the necklaces and the jewelry. That's kind of not all I have new around here because we have so many new things, but just what I'll show you guys today. And I did want to talk a little bit about the Steeking and the reinforcement tips. It's funny, it's either like, I feel like people are like either terrified of steeking and they don't want to do it, or they're just too intimidated by it, or you like have steeked before and it's like not a big deal and you steek all the time. There's no like middle ground at all, which means that it's actually not that bad. It's not that hard. We did steek Sarah's sweater last week. I put up a YouTube video on us doing that. It's easy. It's really not a big deal. Yeah, it went very seamless. So a couple of tips, and I got this from somebody on Instagram who was chatting about especially the crochet reinforcement. I think that's where the reinforcement and like picking up for the button band sometimes can be the most intimidating, because that's what you need to go right in order for the cutting to, you know, it's not actually cutting the sweater, at least for me, it's not actually cutting the sweater, it's making sure that I've done everything correct, so when I do cut it, it's not going to ravel. And what I learned is that you need to use a yarn when you're doing the crochet reinforcement. You need to use a yarn and a needle size that is smaller than what you've knit the sweater in. So this was a sport weight. I ended up using Sue Copy for the crochet reinforcement, which is it's a single ply, so it's a little bit thinner, but honestly not that much. But I didn't want to use something like Foxy Lady that had the silk in it, and I didn't want to use a superwash. I wanted to use a non-superwash, so I went with Sue Copy. And I also went down a couple crochet sizes as well than my needle size, so that was thinner. And then I started from the top right. It actually looks opposite, but I started from here, and well, okay, let's just pretend that this is the right side because that's what it looks like to you guys. I went down and picked up there and then went back up that way. I started a new line right here. And one thing that was really helpful is that when you are doing it, if you pinch it like this, if you can kind of gather it and pinch it, don't try to lay it flat and pick it up. If you put it away from you, so when you're doing it, you want to make sure that you're going in like this way instead of coming in this way, and then going down like that. And yeah, there's a lot of videos, but I think that those just couple of things really helped me. Also making sure that I wasn't doing it too tight. At first I was too tight because I was just nervous about it, so I ended up ripping it back. And you just pick up a couple on the top of your sweater here, and you pick up a couple on the bottom too, and then do like a tiny little crochet chain there, and then pick up a new line right there. This is where I've run into trouble though. When I was knitting my sweater, I was a ding dong and I don't know, forgot, I guess, that I was gonna cut this. So when I was going from here to here, I was just holding my yarn, which isn't a big deal, but this is what happened. I would sometimes accidentally knit across. You know, my beginning of my row started right here. So it was wanted the main color, contrast main of my steeking panel. And sometimes I would accidentally, on these rows right here, when I was just supposed to be, you know, my main color, I would accidentally go across on my steek panel, knitting one with my main, one with my contrasting, which means that when I would pick it up, I would get something like this. Boop. That little guy right there. I'm going to be cutting across that. Presented a challenge for myself. Same with this one right here. Like that right there is not supposed to be there. So, what am I gonna do to fix this? My plan is to, my plan, and I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but my plan is going to be I'm gonna do my button bands. I was gonna do my button bands afterwards, but I'm gonna do my button bands before I cut. And then as soon as I cut, I'm gonna flip it over and I am going to try to needle felt these little bits into the back of my button band. I think it's gonna work. I'm not too worried about it. It's not gonna stop me from cutting it. If I have to, I will glue them down. I don't know. You guys have any advice? I think that needle felting is gonna work. I could do, like, this was my other thought, is that I know how to do, like, if you've ever been weaving and you accidentally cut your warp, which obviously I'm talking about it, so I've done it. You can kind of do this technique where you do a half hitch and you half hitch on one right here, making a new line like that. I could try to do like a little half hitch on these and then weave in the ends. That is another option, but they're so tiny. I mean, they're like that tiny. So it might be like, it's like a microscopic half hitch. I'm not really sure if I'll be able to do that. So we'll see. And then when we were cutting it, you know, we looked at a couple of different pairs of scissors and we decided to go with some little small gold Merchant & Mills scissors, and those worked really well. So yeah, I just want to get it done. I'm gonna get the sleeves done before I cut it because I am a procrastinator when it comes to sleeves. So I was really hoping to get this done every single time I do a podcast. I'm like, next week it's gonna be done. My sleeves are gonna be done. That doesn't happen when I have zero extra time in my life. So I could just stay up one night, right? Like, just get it done. I mean, honestly, that might need to happen. I really wanted to bring it to Rhinebeck with me. So we'll see. I gotta get that cowl done though. That's kind of priority at this point. Yeah, we'll see if I can do it. I feel like if I wait until after Rhinebeck, my interest is just gonna plummet. So it might just be me staying up one night, feeding the kids pizza, and locking myself away. Because the sleeves actually go pretty dang fast. So I don't know. Anyways. 3/4 length sleeves, anyone? No, I'm not into the 3/4 length. Yeah, just some tips and tricks. I do want to, I'm kind of like stalling out a little bit on the podcast of, like, I want to, obviously I'm going to show you guys all of the new things, but I want to make it like, what do you guys want to learn about? What do you want to hear? And so I had in my first couple of episodes a link that didn't work of like questions that you guys had. So I'm gonna really do it this time, and I know how to fix that form now. So I'm gonna fix the form. I'm gonna put it in the show notes so you guys can get in there and ask me what questions that you want to ask. What do you want to hear about? What do you want to learn? All of those things. I do want to talk about blocking at some point, but I think that needs to be a whole nother video series. So I'm also wondering if, like, should I put the show notes on our blog? Is there another place besides Ravelry to do the show notes? Ravelry group chats are challenging for me for some reason. It's like, and maybe it's because there's so much in Ravelry. It's easy to get distracted when I go in there, but you know, we have group monitors. Fiona is amazing. She does an awesome job on there. I'm just wondering if there's another place I should put show notes. I am going to be working on, this is kind of my plan, is to work on a kind of another platform for not really the podcast, but for other things with FDF. And so I'm thinking almost Discord, of doing our chats on Discord and putting it on there. Give me your feedback if you're a techie like that, and you want, you know, if you think that if there's another place that we could put these. Maybe the blog would be good on the website. I can keep putting them in YouTube, but I would like some feedback, what you guys think about that. They seem like they're almost kind of hard to find. Even though they're right there, it's just when I go in to sometimes find the show notes, either on our podcast or other podcast, it just doesn't seem super cut and dry. So anyways, just things I'm thinking about here. Yeah, I'm going to be back very soon, next week. And I don't really have any updates on what I'm reading. I finished Many Daughters of Afoin Moy. It was so good. There were some things towards the end that I didn't like. I don't want to ruin the book for you, so I won't discuss them yet. We could discuss them in the comments maybe if you've read it and you're interested in that. And what have I been watching? I watched The Staircase when I was knitting on Sunday. I watched The Staircase. That was really good. I love Toni Collette. She's my absolute favorite. She's freaking amazing. She's such a beautiful, amazing actress. Underrated, I feel like. That was really good. And now I'm watching The Patient on Hulu. I started that last night when I was doing something yesterday. Oh, when I was working on a newsletter. So yeah, that has been good. And I started a new book. I can't remember the name of it. I did a sample of it. So if I stick with it, I'll let you know. But other than that, that's it. So I will be back next week with more things. And thank you so much for joining us. Sorry we were a little discombobulated with all of the people trying to get in the door. But that's what happens. I'm going to come back to you guys on Tuesday from home. It's going to be so much more peaceful and quiet. Okay. Have a good weekend, everyone. Bye.